This video contains content that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. When the U.S. Surgeon General made this press conference where he was actually calling out black people, I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Then when I found out that he was appointed by Donald Trump, hey, you know your mouth drops. You had people saying that Trump has appointed a black U.S. Surgeon General. But Trump is a smart kind of a guy. Only type of black person he is going to hire for anything, he has to be a coon. Just think of all the people that Donald Trump has fired. They did not want to play ball. They wanted to do things the right way, and Trump wants it done his way. So if I see a black person that Trump has appointed, hired, I know this man is cooning. When I first heard him speak, it sounds as if he has a speech impediment. So I said, well, maybe this guy is not from America. Well, he is. He's from Maryland. I'm like, well, who are his parents? Well, they show his mother, but they won't show his father. And that I find that strange when you look up a person's name, such as a surgeon general, that you would see his parents, grandparents, the guy, you know who he is. But when I see that his page has been scrubbed to not show his parents, only one picture I've seen of his mother, I know there's something up with this damn guy. Other than a picture of his mother, I was able to find a picture of his brother, who is locked up. And you know how they want to make black people look bad. Well, he's going to try to use his brother. I mean, that's a damn shame, man, when you use your brother as a way to get your point across. And when I heard his speech, call Big Mama, call this person, I was wondering why the hell would he say some stupid ass shit like that? He's actually talking to his brother. I want to go back over his speech so I can see exactly where this coon is coming from.
In New York City, Hispanics represent the majority of deaths.
If Hispanics represent the majority of the deaths, how the hell did they catch it? I mean, I really don't see Hispanics going to China for the Chinese New Year, but I do know that some Hispanics do eat dogs, so maybe that could be an indication there. But y'all know I'm not lying, because I remember as a kid when they used to sell those hot tamales, they got in trouble behind having dog and cat meat in those hot tamales.
In Milwaukee County, blacks are 25% of the population, but almost 50% of the cases and 75% of the deaths. So what's going on?
Yeah, you're right. What the hell is going on? I mean, how did it originate in China and jump around from neighborhood to neighborhood and just hit the black neighborhood so hard? I know black people like Chinese food, but I see other people of other races eating Chinese food too. So why is it hitting black people so damn hard? Or is it really hitting black people that hard? Because, you know, as I say, anybody that worked for Donald Trump, man, as a black person, I just do not trust anything you have to say. You know, Donald Trump lied his ass off. So why would he hire anybody that's going to tell the truth?
Well, it's alarming, but it's not surprising that people of color have a greater burden of chronic health conditions. African Americans and Native Americans, develop high blood pressure at much younger ages. It's less likely to be under control and does greater harm to their organs. Puerto Ricans have higher rates of asthma, and black boys are 3 times as likely to die of asthma as their white counterparts.
Now, are we talking about all blacks, or are we just talking about black males? See, because this vaccines, man, do not take these damn vaccines. This is something that all black people should get together and stand up on. Hey, man, do not take these damn vaccines. You see how people acting gay already? Even this damn Surgeon General, he acts gay. Yeah, I don't give a damn about him being married. He acts like a damn gay person. And, hey, man, I do not trust anything that the government has that they say is good for black people. You Hispanics better watch out too, 'cause I see some of y'all acting kind of fruity now.
As a matter of fact, I've been carrying around an inhaler in my pocket for 40 years out of fear of having a fatal asthma attack.
When I was coming up, I knew some kids that had asthma, as they say, and it seems like they only had an asthma attack when he was caught doing something wrong. When he was trying to get out of an ass whooping, now they have a damn asthma attack. See, back when I was coming up, kids didn't have no damn inhaler. The parents had something called a belt.
And I hope that showing you this inhaler shows little kids with asthma all across the country that they can grow up to be Surgeon General one day.
Man, you're not proving nothing. Because the simple fact is Donald Trump appointed you. And Donald Trump is not going to appoint anyone that has their own mind, that can speak their own mind. You got to do what Donald Trump say. You're a chump. Just like that dude Ben Carson, who Donald Trump punked.
The chronic burden of medical ills is likely to make people of color, especially, less resilient to the ravages of COVID-19, and is possibly, in fact, likely that the burden of social ills is also contributing. But let me be clear.
Every time I hear him say social ills, it's like, everyone strays away from black Americans. Even some of the Africans that come here into America, they don't really deal with us that much. Hispanics don't deal with us. The white folks don't deal with us. So how the hell, socially, we are doing something dangerous that causes us to contract the coronavirus? Would you please explain that, Porky Pig?
Crystal clear. We do not think people of color are biologically or genetically predisposed to get COVID-19. There is nothing inherently wrong with you.
Aha. There's my proof that this guy is reading a statement. When he says there is nothing inherently wrong with you, he's speaking to us like it's a third party. But he's black himself. He would have said, if he was coming out of his own mouth and his own mind, there is nothing inherently wrong with us. But he said you because he's reading a statement that some white person wrote for him.
But they are socially predisposed to coronavirus exposure and to have a higher incidence of the very diseases that put you at risk for severe complications of coronavirus. Stay at home if possible. If you must go out, maintain 6 feet of distance between you and everyone else, and wear a mask if you're going to be within 6 feet of others. Wash your hands more often than you ever dreamed possible.
You are not saying anything that we don't already know. You think we don't wash our hands, man? Who the hell you think you're talking to? Something is wrong with you, man. We're about to find out.
Avoid alcohol, tobacco, and drugs.
If the coronavirus is in the alcohol, tobacco, and drugs, why don't you say that? And besides, I don't know too many black people that like corona anyway.
And call your friends and family. Check in on your mother. She wants to hear from you right now.
The more and more I hear him speak, the more I say he's talking to his brother about calling mama. He's the one that once gets on his brother's ass about his brother doing his own damn thing, about his brother trying to branch out on his own. His brother's in jail, probably doesn't right. Well, you have to look at the circumstances. Does he have any money on his books? You just don't get those letters and stamps for free.
And speaking of mothers, we need you to do this, if not for yourself, then for your abuela.
Abuela? What's that? Sam, I thought you was black. He must got him a Mexican girlfriend or something.
Do it for your granddaddy. Do it for your big mama. Do it for your pop-pop.
Man, this man has been watching too much damn TV. We don't use those names like Big Mama and Pop-Pop. I ain't never had a Big Mama. All my women in my family was nice, slim, and trim. So we didn't have no Big Mamas. And I ain't never got a chance to meet my grandfather, so I ain't never had no Pop-Pop. And we don't use no words like that. We call him granddaddy or dad or whatever, but not no damn Pop-Pop. I've heard white people use the term Pop-Pop. That's why I'm saying that somebody white wrote this statement for this guy. But some people are so smart, they stupid. He should have read those statements first and then put them into his own words. to make his words sound believable. But man, the way you talking, I don't believe nothing you have to say. You are a fraud.
We need you to understand, especially in communities of color, we need you to step up and help stop the spread so that we can protect those who are most vulnerable.
Just what in the hell do you mean by you need us to step up? We did not cause the damn coronavirus. It happened way in China. How the hell did it get here? We need you to step up. You and the goddamn people that you work for, why come y'all don't step up? You the one, you and your people, the one that let this epidemic get out of hand. But you want to put the burden on black people with no damn resources to help you combat the coronavirus. Lord have mercy. Whenever you hear a black man speaking the way this man Jerome Adams is speaking, check out the resume. There's a reason why he says the thing he says. And when I looked up this guy, I was like, oh, that's what it is. He has a non-melanated wife and half kids. That's why he's acting the way he acts. That's why Donald Trump picked him up. Someone might say, hey, man, that's racist. A guy can't marry a white woman? Yeah, he can. But he doesn't represent black people when he does that. No, I don't feel as if a black person that marries outside of their race can properly represent their race. Because he has a white wife and he doesn't want to disrespect his wife or his wife's family. So he's going to be careful with his words. He's going to carefully place his words, making sure he does not offend his wife's family. But he don't give a damn about offending the blacks. He just let us have it. But he's going to make sure that he's going to have his wife walking on cotton. Most guys like Jerome, this is where they want to be. All up under white people, rubbing elbows with the white folks. He's from Maryland. Most black people from that part of Maryland that he's from, they uppity, bougie. They don't deal with blacks. You know what I'm saying? They don't like ghetto blacks. I'm the type of black person, I have learned to accept all people within my family. That's the bougie ones and the ones that might not have, the less unfortunate. I'm cool with all of them. The ones that make jokes, the ones that's dope fiends, drunks, the ministers, the lazy ones, the ones who work all the time, the ones who don't want you at their house. I'm cool with all of I learned to accept all my people. And I don't talk down on either one. I have an understanding of why people do what they do. When I hear guys like Jerome, I immediately start to ask questions like, man, who is he dating? Who is his wife? Who are his parents? When you look into the lives of guys like Jerome, there's always some mayonnaise in that sandwich. And no one has still came up with a reason as to how the coronavirus jumps around from spot to spot, originating in China and ending up all the way into black neighborhoods in America. I see that Acres Home is on this list. Man, I sure hate it because they got some nice looking girls over there in Acres Home. Just like everything else in America, they make it up as they go along, especially with the laws. As a black person, I've learned that they make laws as they go along. When you find something that you might want to do, they'll find a law to combat it, or they will create a law to condemn it. Now they're saying that the coronavirus can spread further if you exercise outdoors. So I guess they're going to outlaw that. We are prisoners in our own homes here in America because of the blunder that some goddamn U.S. official made. And you are thinking that you are going to force people into these damn prison jails, which are not even a good disguise, but you're trying to disguise them as hospitals, where you are going to experiment on people, mainly black people, since you are trying to make us the face of this coronavirus. You said that we the reason it's spreading so bad, which is a damn lie. And I just really hated that you people want war in this country. I really see it. You are trying to push this civil war the best way you can. Chinese people have been real silent. Why didn't they say, oh, it's a racism to call a black man the face of the coronavirus? But I don't hear y'all saying it. Everyone is quiet. But it was racist when white people were saying, oh, the Chinese virus. Or as they say, the Chinese Kung flu. Black people in this country have to realize we are on our own. And the only way you can get any kind of help, you got to act like Kanye West or Jerome, not Jesse. Well, maybe him too. But you got to be a damn coon. So it's time for us as a people to keep our wits. And when someone says something that pisses you off, you don't have to go off. Handle it like Sergeant Carter.